bunch of the boys were hooping it up in the Malamute Saloon. The kid that handled the music box was hitting a jag-time tune, and back of the bar in a solo game was Dangerous Dan McGrew. And watching his luck was his light of love, the lady that's known as Lou. When out of the night, which was 50 below, and into the den of the glare, there stumbled a miner, fresh from the creeks, dog dirty, and loaded for bear. He looked like a man with the strength of a louse, and he had scarcely the strength of a louse, so he tilted a poke of dust on the bar, and he called for drinks for the house. There was no one could place a stranger's face, so we searched ourselves for a clue, so I drank to his health, and the last to drink was Dangerous Dan McGrew. It's men that somehow grip your eyes and hold them hard like a spell. And such was he, and he looked at me like a man who lived in hell, with a face most hair and the dreary stare of a dog as day is done, as he watched the green stuff in his glass, and the drops fell one by one. I got to wondering what he was and who he was, and wondering what he'd do, and I turned my head, and there watching him was the lady that's known as Lou. His eyes went rubbering around the room. He seemed in a kind of a daze until that old piano fell in the way of his wandering gaze. The ragtime kid was having a drink. There was no one else on the stool, so a stranger staggers across the room, and he flops down there like a fool. In a buckskin shirt that was glazed with dirt, he sat, and I saw him sway, and he gripped the keys in his talon-like hands. My God, but the man could play. Were you ever out in the great alone when the moon was awful clear, and the icy mountains hemmed you in with a silence you most could hear, with only the howl of a timber wolf as you camped there in the cold, a half-dead thing in a stark-dead world plumb mad for that muck called gold? While high overhead, green, yellow, and red, the north lights swept in bars, and you've an idea what the music meant. Hunger and night and the stars. Oh, not a hunger of the belly kind that's banished with bacon and beans, but the gnawing hunger of lonely men for home, and all that it means, for a fireside far from the four walls of our four roof and a roof above, but oh so crammed full of cozy joy, and crowned with a woman's love. A woman dearer than all the world, and true as heaven is true. God, how ghastly she looks through her rouge, the lady that's known as Lou. The music seemed to fade away, till it was so soft you scarce could hear, but you felt that your life had been looted clean of all that once held dear, that someone had stolen the woman you love, that her love was a devil's lie, that your guts were gone, and the best for you was to crawl away and die. It was the crowning cry of a heart's despair, and it thrilled me through and through. I guess I'll make it a spread misere, said Dangerous Dan McGrew. Music seemed to fade away, and it burst like a pent-up flood, and it seemed to say, repay, repay. My eyes were blind with blood. The thought came back of an ancient wrong, and it stung like a frozen lash. And a lust awoke to kill, when the stranger, and the music stopped with a crash. And the stranger turned, and his eyes are burned in a most peculiar way in a buckskin shirt that was glazed with dirt. He sat, and I saw him sway, and boy, says he, you don't know me. None of you give a damn. But I'm here to state my words are straight, and I'll bet my pokes are true. One of you's a hound of hell, and that man is Dan McGrew. And I ducked my head, and the lights went out. 2 guns spoke in the dark. A woman screamed. The lights went up, and 2 men lay pitched, stiff and stark. Pitched on head and pumpful of lead was Dangerous Dan McGrew, while the man from the creeks was clutched to the breast of the lady that's known as Lou. Well, these are the simple facts of the case, and I guess I ought to know. Some say the stranger was crazed with hooch, and I'm not denying it so. I'm not so wise as the lawyer guys, but just between me and you, the woman that kissed him and pinched his poke was the lady